Yes, good afternoon. My name is Paul Boden, and I am the Executive Director of the Western Regional Advocacy Project. I work with Denver Homeless Out Loud, based out of San Francisco. I have been working in homeless programs. I was homeless from the time I was 16 till I was 23, and have been working in homeless programs since 1983. And I can tell you right now, this law is not only absolutely necessary, it is way overdue. If people recall, prior to 1982, we didn't have general public emergency homeless shelters. We didn't have homeless coordinators, Denver Homeless Road Home, interagency council networks. National Homeless Coalition was created in 1983. This was created because between 78 and 83, the federal government cut 77% of the affordable housing funding in the United States of America. As those cuts hit, we started opening shelters. We have never replenished those cuts, and yet we continue to have debate after debate after debate. Do we need another study? Do we have homeless management information systems? Police as outreach workers? What other segment of the community do we say the way that we hook that person up with services or school or housing is through our police department? That's not what I want cops for. I don't want cops to be my social worker. No, thank you. I want my cops to be cops. And they should be protecting the homeless people, not making them scatter and break up camps, because when you do that, life is dangerous. The reason people sleep in encampments is not because we're having fun and we want to go camping, as Ray said. It's because it keeps us safe. It keeps us connected. And when you say that us being safe makes you feel, that woman called it the perception of lack of safety. If our actually being safe makes you feel that maybe you aren't safe, we've got a much deeper problem than whether or not Denver does motivational case management, or whether or not the Denver Homeless Road Home is 12 pages or 16 pages. We've got a problem. And we look at the historical record of how these laws have been applied in the past. Local governments thought they had a problem with African Americans. They passed Jim Crow. Local governments thought they had a problem with Japanese Americans. They passed the Japanese American Exclusion Act. Local governments thought they had a problem with Mexican people, and people brought up as cheap labor from Mexico, South America, and Central America, and we passed the Basurero Treaty, and we started deporting and imprisoning, and in many cases dehumanizing them to the point that other people were lynching them. Lynching happens because we dehumanize human beings. Beating up homeless people, lighting homeless people on fire happens because we dehumanize homeless people. If we're going to be mad at anybody, be mad at the federal government, because they're the ones that created the problem in the first place.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I cut it okay, right?
Really well.
Great. I didn't want you hitting that gavel on me.
You got it all in. I appreciate that history lesson as well.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself and who you represent.
Amen. My name is Sophia Lawson, and I'm here as a street outreach worker with the Denver Street Outreach Collaborative, funded by the Denver Road Home, and also by the bid that was brought up earlier, the downtown business district. I really have to say that any law or policy that criminalizes my community members, it impedes me from doing my job and delivering resources. Just like the gentleman said here, resources cannot be delivered by somebody you don't trust. They cannot be delivered by somebody who criminalizes you. As an outreach worker, I am on the streets witnessing all of the things that a lot of these community members have mentioned here today, and I can provide data for you because I keep that information. One thing I'd like to say is that as part of my mission, I'm supposed to be providing housing resources. I'm supposed to be delivering substance treatment to individuals, sheltering options to individuals, but because of the criminalization of houselessness, I cannot do my job. I spend most of my job fixing the issues that come out of criminalization. That is to say, I've had community members lose housing opportunities because they've had to go to courts for open warrants for trespassing and, open container warrants. I've had to actually watch somebody sleep at the park because they weren't able to sleep during the night, and my community member was not able to stay awake while doing the housing applications. And I had to physically take her to the park and let her sleep and watch over her. This is a major concern of mine. And like I said, I can tell you a million stories of ways that criminalization completely impedes my ability to do my job the way that Denver Road Home purports that my job is done. So I'm here to say that I'm not able to do my job because of these laws.
Thank you very much. Seeing none, thank you both.